Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of Coach Prime Fanatics. Um, Welcome to the show. Hope you got an opportunity to go through the previous episode 6, where we talked about a lot of the buzz out there now, the negative press that Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, Colorado football is getting and has always been getting. We talked about why that occurs, right? So you can go back and watch that on the CoachPrimeFanatics.com blog or on right here on YouTube. To get notified when we go live, don't forget to subscribe to the Coach Prime Fanatics YouTube channel here. Click on the bell notification so you can get notified whenever we do go live, so you don't miss anything and you can prepare to join us live instead of having to catch the replay. So typically we go live at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Occasionally that time is a little bit off. Um, I might get started at around 12, or somewhere between 11 and 12, but typically 11 is the time. So what are we going to talk about today? Let's get into that. We're going to get into what makes Coach Prime Colorado football winners now. If you've been following Coach Prime and Colorado football, the mantra, some say mantra, but I say mantra, right? The mantra or the 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 motto for this particular season here at Colorado football is to win now, right? That's the stage that the program is at right now, and I want to talk about what makes Coach Prime and Colorado football winners now. Okay. And I know that they are building a championship culture and a winning program, but there's some winning principles and some winning strategies and some winning traits that are displayed by Coach Prime and by the Colorado football staff and players and entire program that are indicators of being winners now. So I want to dive into that with some examples and things of that nature. But let's get started with understanding, as winners ourselves. The thing that brings us together here on this channel is we are a community of winners. All right, we're Coach Prime fans. Coach Prime is a winner himself, and he's establishing a winning program. And we are in support of that. We're winners ourselves. Winners are attracted to winners. And if you're someone who's uh, a winner and are desiring to be a winner in life and business, and you want support in doing that, then welcome to the community. Thank you for being here. I want to encourage you right from the start to go to CoachPrimeFanatics.com right now. Subscribe to our Coach Prime Fanatics newsletter. It's a weekly newsletter where I share the winning principles, winning strategies that you can utilize in business, winning principles in general in life, as well as winning traits to help build a winning character. Those are the type of things that are shared in the newsletter, and you'll be invited within that newsletter to our community. If you go to CoachPrimeFanatics.com, for example, you'll be taken right here. Let me show you that real quick. You'll be taken right here to this place where this is the CoachPrimeFanatics.com site, and this is where you can click on Show Me How to Win, and you can subscribe to our newsletter. You can learn more about our community and who we are, and you can scroll down and you can get access to our blog. You can get access to our community to become a Coach Prime Fanatic inside our community. You can check out our resources. For example, if you click on resources, I'll just show you that. It's going to take you right here where you can access resources that covers all of these different topics. And you do that by going to the bottom and clicking on Join VIP Community. Same thing applies right here. If you click on programs at the top, these are on-demand programs that cover CU football topics, from analysis to film breakdown to all sorts of insightful Colorado football media coverage, so that you can follow the journey of Colorado football and Coach Prime as they embark upon the goal of the program to win a championship, right? which is also a personal goal of Coach Prime, which will make him the first Black head football coach in NCAA Division One FBS college football to win a championship. And that's history that will be made. So all of those things are up for grabs, and this was being being done inside the program, which makes it exciting. But if you scroll down, these are the on-demand programs in reference to the program. These are the top 11 content creators for Colorado football that you'll see, from Well Off Media, Reach the People Media, also the pregame show, Governor Camden Dempsey, Buffton Prime, Big Dog, Chico, Sports Talk, BuffStampede.com, Buff Zone, DNVR, Buffs Podcast, Buffs TV, and the official Colorado football YouTube channel, as well as Life in Football. All of these programs are covering Colorado football um, in very effective ways, with great content and unique content as well. So you can access these programs and watch the videos that they offer in reference to Colorado by clicking on any one of the tabs, and you can actually go to the community. It's going to direct you for free access to the videos that each one of these programs offer, by going into our free community. And when you go into the community, here's what it's going to look like. Let me show you that real quick. So it's going to take you here. I'm just going to log out, but it's going to look like this. And it's a brand new community designed just for Coach Prime Fanatics, such as you. And you can log in after you go ahead and join the group. When you join, you got to put in your first name, last name, email, and create a password, and then click on create new account. After you do that, you can take the email anytime you want to come and log in after that. Now you just use the same email and password that you created whenever you created the account, and now this is what it looks like inside. You can come and participate in discussion about any one of these topics. You can click on any one of these tabs to start creating a post and to that topic, and then you can engage in conversation with other members. You can access the U Buffs football official website, where you can access all things Colorado. You can access the Prime 21 store on Amazon, all things Coach Prime, and CU apparel and gear. You can access a members area, leaderboard area, but you can have your own. It's like a social network on here, but it's our own private community. It's not controlled by an algorithm or anything like that. It's all ours, But we just participate in conversation regarding winning in life and business, and also in support of the winning taking place at Colorado football. So you can look at the programs here. When you go to programs, this is where you can access each one of those top 11 content creators for CU football. You can go here and click on open for any one of these, and it'll take you to the content being produced by each one of these awesome content creators. You go to resources, and you can access resources that provides you with life coaching tools and resources, business coaching, as well as character building coaching. All right, so take a look at all these things that's available to you. All right, so now with that said, let's pop back on and let's talk about the winning ways, right? So we can let's actually start off with some principles. All right, now let me go ahead and open up. Let's see real quick. I want to first talk about some life principles that is being displayed. That's right here in this Win at Life and Business. This 21 principle game plan that's taken from Coach Prime's Elevate and Dominate book. You go here and get the book if you don't have it. But you can get free access to this game plan right here, and it's sharing just the main 21 principles and the takeaways from Coach Prime on this document right here. That you can access so that you can learn about these principles and apply it to your life every day. But I want to highlight how these principles are being displayed by Coach Prime and by the Colorado football program, which makes them, that positions them to win now. And that's how you can identify winners. Winners are setting goals. Remember, winners are progressing towards the accomplishment of those goals, and they're achieving those goals. So one of those principles that we covered in a prior episode, I think we talked about it in the last episode, but principle one that's shared inside of the Elevate and Dominate book by Coach Prime is, even if you're broken, keep moving. Right? Even if you're broken, keep moving. And inside of there, Coach Prime talks about his own personal example of winning in life when he was broken. A very dark time when he was considering committing suicide. He ran his car off of a steep hill off the road, basically, and he went so many feet, down the steep drop off the road, and his car got totaled and damaged, but he lived, to see another day. Where I don't even think he had any broken bones or anything, but he was, at a state of depression, and he gave the story in the book, but it's just an indicator of how he was winning, how even during that time he continued to move forward. Then he sought help after that time frame, and he started building relationships with key people in his life to help. That's where his fate changed, and all kinds of things started to change with his mindset, and his beliefs, and everything, his behavior, his speech, and all of the things that was going on in his life um, that caused him to get to that point, that dark point. He made different decisions, and you'll see here in the breakdown in the game plan his takeaways, where he talks about even when life knocks you down, to get back up. uh, you have to keep showing up, and um, those that keep showing up, no matter how tough it gets, you're gonna come out on top. He talks about the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire, and nobody is living a perfect life, and everybody has something going on, and you're not the only one facing problems. He talks about how to show compassion to others, how to lift each other up and support each other, and that the help that you give could be the help that you need one day. How to take care of yourself physically and don't ignore your mental health. To take breaks when you need to recharge, and don't hesitate to ask for some help. You see, all of those things are displayed in this particular principle. You can identify just inside of the program, where that principle is actually being followed. You can notice in some of the players and the coaches, look at Tyler Brown, for example, one of the offensive linemen who had to sit out last season due to not being eligible, as being declared ineligible by the NCAA. He finally gets to compete and play this year, and but just look at how it was handled, how he handled himself, how program supported him during that time, how his mental health was on a downfall and could have been worse, but he rose up to the occasion. He kept moving, even though he was broken. He kept moving, and others showed up to show compassion and show support. All of those things that's mentioned inside of this one principle, and the takeaways of this principle was demonstrated in that situation with the program. And there's several other examples of how you can see where others were down. For players, they continue to move. For coaches, they continue to move. When things didn't go their way, things didn't go according to what was planned, in reference to the relationships between the coaches and so on and so forth. But Coach Prime had to make some hard decisions, and he continued to move on. Uh, so there was a lot of times Shador got hurt, and got injured, towards the end of the season, to the point to where he couldn't even play the last game, but but someone else, Ryan Staub, backup quarterback, stepped up and had a great game, and some of the other players stepped up during that time, and they ended on a positive note. Didn't win that last game, but didn't get a win in that column. But guess what? There has some that principle was being followed, and the winning character, um, the winning mindset was being developed. So that's the key. Look at some winning strategies when it comes to the brand of Colorado football, the brand of individual players, the brand of Coach Prime. How let me open that up real quick. I want to show you we in 33 ways to brand yourself. Right here inside the community under the resources tab. When you click on it, you can open this up. And we had talked about this tip before, where we was talking about how to create value, personal value. Each and every person has to do that, but the value right here, number one, is to focus on what you do that adds value. And Coach Prime talks a whole lot about that. And you couldn't really see that well, but let me show you again. Right here, so I'll open this up inside the community. And this is where you can see it right here. Focus on what you do that adds value. What is it that you do that makes you different? How do you stand out? What problems are you solving for others? So on and so forth. But you'll hear in meetings that Coach Prime has with the team where he talks about focus on how you can add value. Do your job. He says that constantly, right? Do your job. So everybody has a role to play inside of a winning culture, and inside, whether you're a coach, a staff member, whether you're a player, do your job. Focus on what you can do to add value, and that's a part of brand building. That's a winning strategy for building a brand, and that's a strategy that we can take upon as fans, and just in life and business in general. Focus on where we add value. What problems are we solving in our business? What problems are we solving in our family and in our lives in general? If you're working on a job or whatever, where do you add value? All right, get the feedback on where you add value and focus on that. All right, and then one last thing I want to show, and let's think about. And when we think about an example with that, though, I kind of share how Coach Prime shares this in meetings and everything, but look at on this throughout the team where value is added. Look at Pat Shermer, who's now the offensive coordinator, but last season he was an analyst, came into the team, and as a part of the team, he just fit in, wherever he fit in, right? Wherever he was put, he was just there to serve his role as an analyst to support. But towards the end of the season, he was needed to come in and now became co-offensive coordinator towards the end of the season. So he just found a way to add value, and he did that when the team needed him to do that. That's winning, right? That's a winning strategy. That's his brand now. That's a brand. When we remember him and what he did in that particular season, we can think back on where he added value. We can think back on where everyone added value. Those who are focused on solving problems and doing what they did best and doing what no one else could do. There are several examples of where that took place. So think about that in reference to the team and how they're winning right now because of that. And then let's talk about character. Coach Prime's values for his program is to what is it? Smart, tough, fast, disciplined, and with character. Right? Those are the values of his program. These are what he wants. This is how he wants to develop the players and develop the entire program, the staff members, the coaches. Smart, tough, fast, disciplined, with character. And we can learn from that as well on how to be smart, how to be tough, how to be fast, how to be disciplined and with character. And this inside of the community, I want to show you there's some character traits right here, and I want to introduce to you that when you go here and you go to this one right here under resources up top where it says 21 character affirmations, and you click on it, and it's a list of 21 positive affirmations that you can like recite every day. But it gives you a definition inside of the affirmation itself of what it means. These are positive traits, right? For a person who wants to build positive character, because character can be negative or it can be positive. But Coach Prime is referring to the positive character that leads to making positive, impactful, winning decisions. All right. So, for example, the first one here is being educated. I am educated. I get all the facts and make sure that they are correct before making a decision. I am educated. So just starting with that first character trait, we'll cover other traits and other brand marketing strategies and other life principles as we go along. But just today, we're talking about the first principle, the first strategy, and the first character trait. Think about the example of this trait in the program of getting all the facts, making sure that those facts are correct before making a decision. Think about examples of where that's not occurring, where there's lots of reporters, all this negative press of how people are displaying their negative character by not getting all the facts and making sure those facts are correct before making a decision to publish information about the program, right? They're not showing that they are very educated, right? But those with character are getting the facts. They're making sure that those facts are correct before they make a decision. All right. You'll see that in the recruiting staff all day, every day within the Colorado program, right? Of how they are getting the facts about all of the players. They're having to do a lot of research. They spoke about that on a recent on the DMVR Buffs podcast program that they were just recently on. The director of player personnel, Corey Phillips, him and one of the other Malika Slayton, one of the other recruiting staff members, they talked about the level of detail that they have to go into to research a player and to make sure that that player is right for the program and on the vision of the program to become a champion, right? And all of the requirements of Coach Prime when it comes to what he's looking for: smart, tough, fast, disciplined, right? With character, he's looking for those characteristics in a person, and so they go out and they make sure they're finding players, whether it's through the transfer portal or through high school. They're looking for the players as well as the coaches that match those values. So they're getting the facts through the research, through the interviewing, through speaking with parents, speaking with coaches and coaches, and everybody that they have to encounter to research a player or a coach. What they're doing is getting the facts and they're making sure that those facts are correct before they make a decision to bring somebody on. And they're learning their lessons as well from whenever maybe that didn't occur, or maybe they wanted to do it even better, so being educated is a positive character trait, that I want to share with you that you can use in your life and you can see being displayed through Coach Prime Colorado football program, since you're a fan and you're active every day in the content that is being produced by these programs that shows and gives us a daily look at how this program is building up into a winning program. So it's very inspiring, but you are also inspiring. And I want to encourage you to take upon these winning ways in your own life. All right. So that is all I really wanted to talk about today and share how winning is taking place right now with Coach Prime and with the program, and how you can identify that and you can implement these same principles and strategies and traits in your own life. All right. So I hope you got great value from today's program or today's show. Go out to CoachPrimeFanatics.com. Make sure you get registered for the newsletter, and that you join the community and get access to these resources, get access to these programs, and start to participate. And let's discuss. Let's sharpen one another's axes and get better. Right alongside Coach Prime in Colorado football, we can do the same thing for each other. So I encourage you to join our community and let's win. All right, so thank you so much. I don't see any questions or anything right now today, but if you do have some, feel free to drop them in the chat, the comments below, and I'll definitely address it. All right, so talk soon. I'll see you in episode 8.